Welcome everyone, this is Robin Hoodz here. I'm here to talk about one of the most famous animes out there, Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter. Anyways, the 2011 version. Anyways, you guys know how it is. We're gonna go to quick facts first. The anime is based off a manga created by Yoshihiro Togashi. It's a second adaptation of the manga. With this second adaptation of the anime, like I mentioned before, released in 2011, compiles of about 148 episodes, and it's a more direct approach, you know, a lot faster pace and more, I guess, more true to the manga, which is most true Hunter x Hunter fans out there too. There are additional arcs added from the original adaptation, which continues our story with Gon and his friends, and we get to see how more development and more adventure and exciting times and growth within the anime from the not just the visual aspects of it, but the storytelling aspects. The main story revolves around a young boy named Gon Freaks. While Gon's biological mother is still a mystery to this day, one of the main and key story points in this whole series is for Gon to find his mysterious and high-ranked hunter father, Jing Freaks. Gon was raised by Jing's cousin, Mito, who Gon sees and treats like his own biological mother, as she was the one who raised him and nurtured him as his parents were never around. Gon's quest to find his father starts off by him pursuing to become a licensed hunter. Hunters are considered elite members of the humanity. Being a licensed professional hunter gives you so many perks, access and knowledge throughout the world. Different hunters have different skills and motives, which could lead to hunting down criminals, hunting down treasures, exploring mystical places, etc., etc. In order to become a certified hunter, you must pass the hunter exam, which statistically shows that only 1 out of 10,000 participants each year that make it through to the final exam. It consists of a variety of tests and stages where applicants need to utilize and showcase their mental and physical abilities just to survive at times. Passing the hunter exam not only gives you the license to be the professional hunter and be a part of the Hunter Association, but also gives you that unrivaled freedom all around the world. On top of that, there's even diplomatic immunities and can even get away with murder. Even an access to the most secretive information uploaded by previous hunters, which is then where Gon comes in and he wants to use this secretive information in order to locate his father. On top of the hunter exam, there are also many other arcs to follow. I don't want to dive into them too deep as it's an integral part of the story, their own adventure that I want you to witness from first hand and with surprise. Plus, I don't want to spoil the development of these characters, which is a main and intriguing part of this whole anime. I will quickly hint them and describe them briefly for you guys just to convince you enough if you haven't watched this anime. It involves a tournament arc, which is a famous type of arc for most shonen genre. Then later it involves stopping a particular badass crime group or organization full of killers, which is particularly my favorite part of the series. There's also a video game arc and setting that, you know, changes the tone and pacing of the anime, but also gives you that refreshing setting and adventure for all our main characters. There's also an arc filled with violent characters and creatures that wants to take over the world. I mean, surely I've convinced you to just even check this anime out. I seriously and highly recommend it. We have 4 main characters throughout the series, which we learn to love in so many different ways, which is a very refreshing number considering how so many shonen genres have so many different characters and side characters here and there. So this time we can only focus mainly on these 4 very distinct and unique characters with different personalities, motive, powers and whatnot. So let's dive into them real quick. Let's start off with our main man Gon. I mean, it's really hard to dislike this guy, honestly. He is genuinely friendly and carries so much positive vibes even in tough times. His simple-mindedness is done so well in the anime, which makes it very charming. Although he's not the smart one in the group, they always find a way to showcase his strong mental and strong athletic abilities in so many different ways. It's particularly his heightened inhuman senses. From having a very keen taste, to smelling things from afar like a dog, to seeing things clearly from far away with focus like a hawk or an eagle. What are my last main points about Gon? How can you not appreciate a main character, a likable character, who has a damn fishing rod as his main weapon? Now that's respect. Let's go for number 2. My personal favorite character in the anime, Killua. He's the third child of the very infamous Zoldyck family. This family is crazy to say the least, whether it's badass or the most messed up family I've ever heard of in general. It consists of the deadliest group of assassins recognized all around the world. He has a very interesting backstory which will make you understand on his personality and how he grows and adapts to many different situations the more you know about his past. There's times when he could be so cheerful and mischievous at times, then going down to a more cold-hearted, dark, confused, and straight up rude from time to time. Shows that dynamic evolution that you see within this character. He's a quick thinker. He possesses so many great physical, fighting abilities and knowledge he has gained from being trained as one of the best assassins family in the world. I mean, the dude is straight up killer. Like, when I say straight up killer, he's actually a killer even from birth, pretty much. I mean, when he was a child, he was just straight up killing bodies, dropping bodies left, right, center. The mixture of his power and speed is just completely ridiculous. Then you add his knowledge and experience from being an assassin as a young child. He's definitely not someone you want to mess with. We're going character number 3, Leorio. Pretty much the Joker in the group. I mean, unintentionally really most of the time. With him being the weakest in the group and overreacting to so many different situations, he becomes the comic relief and gives you that jokes and different funniest scenes throughout the anime that changes the tone and provides that extra flavor. I can see why some people can find him annoying and useless at times, but I believe he's a big and integral part of the team. Some may find him annoying and useless at times, but for me, he's a much needed and an integral part of the team. He provides a different flavor considering how many of our main characters suffer from such dark pasts and history. With all that being said, his quest to become a doctor and acquire a hunter license so he can save more lives around the world in a such bigger scale surprises us to what he can actually achieve with these strong motives. Number 4, Kurapika, who I thought was a chick at first, but yeah, that's a dude. A badass and a gangster one too. He's definitely got the most cool, calm and collected personality out of the 4. Until you start talking about his clan, the Kurta clan, which has a very dark past and makes him the last survivor in this clan. He aims to avenge them and recover these precious scarlet eyes, which only he and the members of the Kurta clan possess this such genetic, precious and prestigious trait. Excluding Kurapika's, there's only 36 pairs of these scarlet eyes, which makes it so demanding and such a collectible item in the black market. His possession of great fighting abilities, on top of all the knowledge he has gained already, he's also someone you don't want to mess with. He starts off his main weapon dishes with the 2 Boken swords and even has those knives and shurikens on the side dish just to complement them. All of the main characters develops and grow their powers in many different types and forms. This is also based on the path that they have chosen and the abilities they have deep within. Gaining these powers are an integral part of their adventure, so I don't want to dive in too much as it's a very cool part of the story. Just for a tease, it may include some major strength upgrades, some lightning, some chains, real chains, like John Cena chain gang off the chain shit. I'm just kidding. Anyways, that's my tease, so get around this anime ASAP so you can witness these amazing powers later on down the series. The animations are awesome in my opinion. You will see its full potential and its growth later down the series as the battles get bigger and bigger and crazier, more epic in such a bigger scale. The art style is so unique enough that makes you feel like it's a painting of such a great adventure. It's kind of hard to explain, but with so many different settings and locations and tone that these characters go through, it just gives you that different, complexities and textures and flavors throughout the whole anime. Now, my personal opinion: the amazing story, the great storytelling, the feel of adventure that makes you feel like you're part of, their journey and you're going through it with them. And even witnessing the character developments that what these guys go through mentally and physically shows why this is one of the greatest animes of all time. It quickly became one of my favorites instantly and one of my most recommended animes for people to watch. In a sense, honestly, it's quite underrated, considering how much it gets brushed over and looked over in comparison to these many famous and big marketed animes out there. That this anime should clearly deserve just as much as well. No doubt, no brainer, a super ranking tier for me. Go ahead and book a schedule for yourself and binge the hell out of this anime. I cannot stress that enough. I've stated before that there's no such thing as a perfect anime, as different people would have different likes, dislikes, interests, and favorite things to see. In my opinion, and in my personal favorite list, there's only very few that tops this one. Though with these very few anime that I would pick over for this one, I'm truly aware when it comes to the quality and experience, these guys are just trying to keep up with this one. This one is easily one of the best animes out there, all time. I have to be really picky if I have to pick out some negatives in this one. Maybe it's the pacing. It drags on at times and feels a bit slow here and there, but it all makes sense in the end. You would understand why these points have been dragged out and extended, because there's still some character developments and events that they want you to just absorb before the next big thing comes. So in the big picture, it connects the dots. It all makes sense and completely understandable why they've done it this way. So check it out if you haven't done so. Spread the word, spread the love of this anime that it truly deserves. Speaking of love, thank you again for your time watching this video. If you like the video, feel free to drop a like, would really appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments if you've seen it before and tell me what you've thought of it. Also check out and follow my Instagram down below at RobinHoodz101. I'm really grateful and truly blessed for all the support that's shown to me so far. Come aboard, subscribe, and join the journey here with me. This is Robin Hoodz. For now, it's over and out.